Thank you for inviting me for this forum. And I'm very happy that you focus on the meaning of peace, how we feel about peace, how we build peace, what we mean by peace. And I'll give my way of thinking about it, my way of dealing with it. I've always felt peace is not something external. It's not coming from outside to us. It's not a gift to us. Somebody offers it to us. It is something we create, something that we are part of. Sometimes we call absence of war as peace. This is just a temporary description of a situation. That's not what peace means. Peace is not absence of war. Peace is something to do with us as we live every day, as we grow up, as we look at the world. And that's part of that peace process. So it's not something that you do on a certain day, observe it and celebrate it, and then forget about it. It's not like that, not to me. It's something that we follow every day. We feel every day. We look for it every day. That's what the peace is all about. That's how peace begins at home, as individuals, as we are born at home, how we are told our life will be, what is our life, what kind of future we see for ourselves, as parents tell us as we grow up, what we look forward to see in our life. That's what the pieces of peace is built, the layers and layers of understanding about peace. But unfortunately, we create a framework of the world in such a way which is quite contradictory to peace. And instead of promoting the environment of peace, it just opposes it. It attacks it. It creates the reverse of it. And when we go to school, when we go for education, we are fully facing that tension that we are molded into something else, non-peace world. We are molded to create a non-peaceful world. How? Because at the very beginning, we are told that we have to find a job for our survival, for our continuation of life. The job is the goal of our life, is the destiny of our life. That's a very wrong thing. Job means working in a factory, working in an office, in a business company, business firm. Job is a government office. So we are looking for people who will employ us. And as we look into business world, that's a business world of profit maximization. That's how economists created this world of profit maximization. So economists told us that human beings are driven by self-interest. I think by defining human being in that way, it took away the very foundation of peace. Because if it is self-interest driven, you become selfish. You start feeling that you are a selfish human being, which is contradiction in terms. You cannot be selfish and a human being. Human being is much bigger than selfishness. Selfishness is one aspect of human beings, out of necessity, but they're not the whole of it. The whole human being is driven by self-interest as well as collective interest. That collective interest part is completely forgotten. So we are in our education system, in our daily life, we are turned into money-making robots. Profit maximization is the star that we follow. That's what we want to grow. That's what our ultimate success is. We measure our success in terms of how much money we make. So money became the king of our life. So we surrendered the whole concept of peace in doing so. Competition, aggression, becomes a sole goal for us. And that's why we sacrifice piece by piece all the elements of peace building. So in order to come to create a world of peace, we have to rediscover ourselves as a human being. There's no compromise from that. There's no shortcut to that. We have to remember that we are a human being driven by both self-interest and collective interest. As we have business designed for self-interest, which is driven by profit maximization, that's the simple principle you follow in business, profit maximization principle. You have to create a new kind of business. If you reinvent ourselves as driven by collective interest, that will be in this business of solving problems, addressing problems, and proceed with building collaboration with each other. That's the collective interest. And when we do that, we have to build a business which is not based on profit maximization. It will be the reverse of it. No profit at all. So we have to bring a new business idea, which is missing now, business which we call social business, which is a non-dividend company to solve human problems. And then if you keep on creating that, because it's part of me, as I create business to make money, I also create business to solve problems without taking any interest in making money for myself, because that's collective interest driven, not a personal interest driven. So in one business, it's a maximization of personal profit. In the other business, is a no profit, no personal profit, only dedicated to solving problems. Then you bring balance to ourselves, and we become a full human being. When we become a full human being, then peace becomes a reality. In profit maximizing world, in exclusive profit maximizing world, what we have done to the world, we have created a world of extreme global warming, because we don't care what happens to the other people. We are only interested in making money. So we focus on making money. It's fossil fuel is where you make money. We bring fossil fuel in a large way. And we don't care whether it's destroying the planet by creating global warming. So the global warming is an offshoot of the businesses that we have created. It's not something coming from God, or it's coming from some external forces. It's our own creation. Creation by making us run for profit maximization. So we have created a world, because of that single-minded pursuit of profit, a world of global warming, and in such a way it's becoming worse and worse every day. And we are now notified that we have not much time left on this planet, because this planet will be unlivable for human being in a very few years. We have been told again and again, but we don't pay attention. We keep on doing that. So that is the seed of the tension that we create by our own deeds, that we want to destroy our planet. Destruction of the planet is not consistent with the peace in planet. If we want peace, we want to make sure we have a world which is safe, which is peaceful. Only thing we can do, we have to reverse those businesses. We create social businesses to undo what profit maximizing businesses have done. So that's the direction that we have to go. And then we created a world of extreme wealth concentration. All the wealth is concentrated in fewer hands. That's not the direction of peace. When you take all the wealth and bring it in the hands of few people, depriving billions of other people, that is an explosive situation. And that is not conducive to peace. So peace is about sharing and caring. And that comes when you focus on collective interest, when you focus on social business. Only then it's possible. out of that profit maximization idea, we bring something else to the world. We bring artificial intelligence. What a glory of technology. Machines can do better job than human beings. So everything will be replaced by artificial intelligence, because they are better, they are efficient, they are cost effective. Meaning, those who want to make profit, their profit will go up by replacing human being by machines, artificial intelligence. So what happens? In the process, all human beings will be out of job. They have nothing to do in this planet. That's not the world that we would like to see as a peaceful world. So whatever we are doing today is just against that peace. So that tension comes up between companies, tension comes up between nations, it comes up between races, all kinds of things, because there's always aggression, always tension, always trying to maximize profit at the cost of other people. So we have to redesign our world. We have to see things in a different way. We have to redesign our thinking process. We have to go back to the origin. We cannot enter into the middle of it and say, let's do it this way. It's very difficult, because our mind is set. Our mind is made by all the steps that we have taken in the past. So we have to go back to our families to tell our children that we are human beings. We're made of self-interest and collective interest. And this is how we can enhance the value of the collective interest and achieve those collective interests by pursuing this goal. And it is in us. And our goal is happiness. Making money may be happiness, but making world a safer place, a peaceful place, is a super happiness. So we follow that super happiness path. And that's where families begin. And that we continue in the education process. In education process, we redesign our thinking process. How we create something different than what we have done in the past. What is the purpose of our life? That has to be the core of our education system. Today, education system doesn't talk about the purpose of life. It's missing completely. We learn physics, chemistry, history, biology, literature, but nobody tells us who I am. What is the purpose of our life? I think that's the most important step in education to young people to have, to find out who I am and what is the purpose of my life, so that I discover, I define, I design the purpose of my life and pursue that for the rest of my life. And that way, I may come up with the idea that I want to create a world of 3 zeros. 0 carbon emission. I don't want any global warming. 0 net carbon emission. That will be the objective that I want to pursue. 0 wealth concentration. I don't like the wealth concentration that happens today, and it's becoming worse. I want to create a world of 0 wealth concentration. A world of sharing wealth, not capturing wealth in few hands. And I want to create a world of 0 unemployment. I don't want machines to push me away from my work. I'm a human being. I enjoy, I discover through work. I discover myself through work, because that's what my self-assessment is, who I am, by showing it through my work. I don't want to be dismissed from the goal. So I want to create a world of 3 zeros. And once we do that, we create a world of peace. That's the direction we have to move. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.